Rome 65 AD. The Emperor Nero sits on his gilded throne, staring into the middle distance. The woman he adored, Poppaea Sabina, is dead. Officially, she died from complications of pregnancy. Unofficially, many whisper that Nero, in a fit of rage, kicked her in the stomach. But soon, the whispers turn to gasps, because months later, Nero appears in public with a young boy at his side, a boy who looks almost exactly like his dead wife. And then the rumors explode because Nero has had the boy castrated, dressed him in royal silks, and now calls him. Before he became a monster in the eyes of history, Nero Claudius Caesar was a promising young ruler. Adopted by Emperor Claudius, he came to power at 16, promising peace and prosperity. But Rome's young emperor grew erratic, obsessed with theater, music, and his own image while ignoring the grinding machinery of the empire. Nero was not just a ruler, he was an actor on the world's largest stage, and everyone else was part of his performance, whether they wanted to be or not. Poppaea Sabina was beautiful, ambitious, and cunning. She had been married before, even to a friend of Nero, but her eyes were on the throne. Ancient sources say she charmed Nero so completely that he divorced his first wife to be with her. But passion and violence often lived side by side in Nero's heart. One day, in a fit of fury, he allegedly struck her, ending both her life and the life of their unborn child. This left a void in Nero's twisted heart, a void he was about to fill in one of the most disturbing ways imaginable. Sporus was young, possibly in his mid-teens, when he caught Nero's eye. Historians never agree on his exact background. Some say he was a slave, others a freedman. But what they do agree on is that his facial features and manner resembled the dead empress so much that Nero made a decision no one could have imagined. Nero ordered him castrated, a brutal, irreversible act, so that Sporus would never grow into a man's body. In Nero's mind, he was crafting a living copy of Poppaea Sabina. In an official public ceremony, the Emperor of Rome married Sporus. The boy was dressed in Poppaea's imperial garments, adorned with jewels, and even given the title of Augusta, the Empress's honorific. They paraded through the streets together, Nero holding his hand as the people of Rome stared in stunned silence. In the empire's history, there had been scandalous rulers before, but nothing like this. Sporus followed Nero everywhere: banquets, public events, even diplomatic appearances. He was expected to behave exactly as Poppaea had: graceful, poised, and loyal. Some sources suggest that Sporus was not treated as a prisoner, but as a treasured possession, a living relic of the woman Nero could not let go. But in Rome, affection from an emperor could be as dangerous as his anger. Rebellion spread across the empire, and Nero's grip on power slipped. By 68 AD, the Senate declared him a public enemy. Facing capture and humiliation, Nero took his own life, but not before begging his servants to help him die. Sporus was left alone, a teenage boy who had once been the most infamous empress in Roman history. After Nero's death, Sporus' life remained entangled with power and danger. Two other powerful men, Otho and Vitellius, both sought him as a companion. Vitellius in particular planned something cruel. He wanted Sporus to play the role of a young woman in a humiliating public spectacle. Rather than face this final degradation, Sporus is said to have taken his own life. It was a tragic end to a life shaped entirely by the desires of others. The story comes to us from ancient historians like Suetonius and Cassius Dio, men who despised Nero. It's possible that they exaggerated events to make him look more monstrous, but even if the details were embellished, the existence of Sporus is not in doubt. The idea that an emperor could bend reality, gender, and identity to his will is a chilling reminder of how absolute power can be. Today, the name Sporus survives as a footnote in Rome's long history, a reminder of the cruelty, obsession, and decadence of imperial rule. Was he a victim, a survivor, or both? What is certain is that the Emperor of Rome tried to turn grief into possession, love into control, and in doing so, left behind one of the most disturbing love stories the world has ever known.